Hello everyone and welcome back to Reddit Taletales. Today we have some wonderful malicious compliance for you all, so if you would like to sit back and relax and we'll jump into the first story. If you hear any of the stories that you like and you want to comment on, please do so down below. He wanted deep tissue. So, I am a massage therapist and I have a reputation for my firm pressure. Tonight I had a male client who came in and off the bat was extremely rude. He was someone I had never seen before, and from the start he felt my establishment had not met his needs. I start with the usual verbal conversation and set up to cover our ground rules due to current health standards, calmly explain that the rules are there for his safety as well as my own. He tolerates my going through the details, but I can tell he just feels far from over. He tells me about his problems, in which I begin asking about how he feels about certain areas being worked on that require permission. Again, he cuts me off and starts telling me that I am the therapist and should know what he needs and wants. Again, I explain it's protocol for his safety and my safety. Jerk then goes off about it being a waste of time and that this entire spa is useless. Overall, just rude comments. I finally tune it out. I can feel my blood boiling and I'm about to just refuse the surface when I catch the last of what he's saying.
I come here needing a deep tissue and they give me the most timid therapist they can. You obviously have no idea nor the ability to give me the pressure I want.
I take a deep breath and give him the biggest smile I can muster and say, "I'm sorry, sir, but could you tell me again what kind of pressure you wanted today?"
Firm and heavy.
Deep tissue?
Yeah, but if your hands are as soft as you look, then you probably need help. Maybe you should bring someone in with you who can show you what to do.
I just smile and leave the room, informing him I would return to perform the service, giving him the time he needed to get onto my table. I tell my boss what is going on and learn he was rude to the front desk staff as well, and she asked me if I wish to refuse service because of his behaviour is unacceptable, and I tell her I'll take care of it. I go back in the room and the first thing he asks me if I brought someone with more experience. I smiled wickedly, knowing he was prone and could not see my expression. "Sir, I assure you that I am more than capable of meeting your request."
Maybe if you lay off the sugars and work on your structure, you probably could. Tell you what, sweetie, just give me everything you got and maybe it will tickle.
Now, I'm not small or muscular person by any means. I'm about 5'7" and I don't consider myself fat, but I have a big stature. I come off nice and pleasant as well, so most people don't know my capabilities. At this point, I drape for the back, lower the table as low as I can, crack my knuckles, apply gel to my hands, and press down into the first stroke with every ounce of pressure I can muster. I hear him gasp for breath in surprise. I do my entire warm-up like this until he finally manages to hiss out,
Too much! Too much!
I stop and say, "Well, sweetie, this is just the warm-up strokes. Is the pressure bad, or do I need to get someone more qualified, or can I start the massage now?" He was defeated and said he got the picture. He now knew I was more than capable of the task. He didn't say anything else. He didn't apologize to me, but the front girls told me he did apologize to them for his behavior and asked to never see me again. He also stiffed me on the tip. My boss asked me what happened and I told her. She laughed and said, "Well, he did ask for deep tissue." I suppose the moral of the story here is not to mess with a massage therapist who is nicknamed Amazonian Hands. Very true, very true. Never annoy the person who's going to serve you food, beverages, or services such as massage, because you will face the consequences. My sister tells me to clear out space on the phone. I do just that. So, for context, I let my sister use my phone, but she takes advantage of that and downloads a ton of games. She comes up to me and says, "Hey, could you possibly delete some things for more storage space? I say, stop downloading games. She then proceeds to tell our father, and he does nothing. I say, wait, hold on a minute. I then delete every single game and app she downloaded. She was mad. She took the phone and tried to flush it, but here is the problem. It's waterproof. Afterwards, she got grounded for 3 months, got internet privileges taken away except for schoolwork, and nothing else happened to me. Thanks for reading. My brother sarcastically said that I should keep being a snitch after I ratted him out. So I became a snitch. For reference, I am 23F, my brother is 18 male. My parents went away for a weekend and my brother had a small party. There were 40 people, some under 21, and they were drinking and blasting music until almost 1 a.m. I cleaned up almost everything without help, even though I asked him to help, but didn't say anything. My parents asked me if he had friends over and I said he had 10 or so over one night, but didn't mention how loud they were or about the excessive drinking. So my brother demands why I snitched on him, and I told him what I said. He told me to keep being a snitch to see how it works out for me. So I decided to do just that. I have been keeping the fact that he vapes a secret from the entire family for a few years. He has been caught before and my parents have forbidden him from doing it. I took his backpack full of stuff and dropped it in front of them while they were arguing. Then I told my parents the truth, that there had actually been 40 people. It went way longer than what it should have. It was loud and that there was underage drinking. There was weed in addition to the drinking. I also clarified that he was hosting the party for the fraternity he wants to pledge to, which my parents have also forbidden due to the hazing that the frat conducts every year. Now he's punished from almost everything and my parents are going to be constantly watching him. He also had to apologise for being an asshole and has to clean the entire house. So I guess being a snitch got me pretty far. Yep, never annoy an older sibling. They will get back at you some way, somehow. Or just take your words literally. Farmer MC against local city government. A city near me had a farmer holding out as the city expanded. The city wouldn't let him sell his land zoned commercial since it was a farm, while completely surrounded by commercial development. The city wanted him to sell the land zoned for agricultural, basically to let some dev bulldozer the fields and flip it for commercial space, easily 10 times. This settled into a stalemate. The area became more and more developed, housing encroached on the back of the property, the farmer getting old and getting tired of this crap, not wanting to pass this fight on to his kids, came up with a plan. The property had been used for soybean and farming corn to this point, not really a burden to his neighbours. He applied for received proper licensing from the state for hog confinement lot. In case you don't know, that is where they keep tens of thousands of hogs before they are brought to market, normally located deep in farm country. It stinks for miles. The city tried to stop him legally, but they never incorporated the land in the first place. They tried to stop it at the state. He followed the processes to the letter and, well, it is farmland. They thought he wouldn't follow through. Maybe. He did. He had 400 hogs delivered to what at this point was one of the busiest roads in town. The locals nearly lynched the council. In less than a week, the city backtracked a nearly 20-year feud and let him sell his farm for the fair commercial rates as he had originally bargained for. That was some wonderful malicious compliance you heard today. If you liked it, hit that like button down below, smash the subscribe buttons for more daily videos, and leave a comment on what you thought of the stories today. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.